Hey, what's going on? This is Space here, and today we have another review. Oh yeah, man. Oh yeah. Getting back in those reviews, eh? Alright. So welcome back, guys. I know it's been a while since we've done a review, but today I have for you guys a Lego review on the Lego Harry Potter Years 5 through 7 game. Oh yeah, man. Alrighty. So let's take a look at the trailer before we get started, shall we? And here we go.
Peggy 7.
Alrighty. Pretty interesting trailer, right? Alrighty, so first off, let's start off with the basic information. So, this game was released on November 11th, 2011, so it's pretty old. Well, not too old, it's like 4 years old. And, yeah, that was actually just a couple of days ago, believe it or not. Well, actually, when you watch this video. Anyway, so, it was developed by Traveler's Tales and Warner Brothers. Very cool. It was released on the PlayStation 3, the Wii, the Xbox 360, Windows, the DS, the PlayStation Vita, the 3DS, the PlayStation Portable, iOS, and Mac OS. Alright, very cool, very cool. Alright, so let's talk about the basics of this game. So what is this game? So, if you couldn't tell already, it's a Lego Harry Potter game. It happens in years 5 through 7 of Harry Potter. That's Order of the Phoenix, Half-Blood Prince, and we've got the Deathly Hallows Part 1 and Part 2. And they are both divided up. So there are 4 level sets with six main levels in there. There's also a little side stuff that you get to do. So yeah, it's very fun. And yeah. So, let's talk about gameplay and stuff. So there are spells, of course, just like in the first one. They include a lot of the ones from the first game. They took out a couple of the spells, one at least. Oh, actually, yeah, one. And yeah, they added a new spell called Aguamente, which allows you to shoot water from your wand. And there is a stencil one. It's the red spell that anything that's red, you can hit it, and it will allow you to make a little stencil out of it. It already has the design in it, but yeah, I don't think that was in the first game if I remember correctly, but it is very cool. It is what the lightsaber cut came from on Lego Star Wars 3. You can like cut through walls of a lightsaber, and in Lego Marvel Superheroes, that's where that mechanic came in with Tony Stark's laser thing on one of his Iron Man suits. So yeah, very cool. Yeah, this game does have a fair amount of stuff that has been reused in some of the recent games, which is very cool. I like seeing that because it's a good one for some new mechanics, which is really cool. And yeah, so the levels, there's of course, like I said, four level sets, and they take place in the movies. So it is it is based off of the movie, not the books. So of course you'll see stuff in there from the movies that yeah, and there won't be stuff that took place in the books that didn't happen in the movie. So yeah, if you're hoping for that, then no. But yeah, overall the game is very fun. I just defeated it yesterday, and yeah, well, I re-defeated it. I should say I've played it before. I played it when it first came out, and I've started defeating all of the Lego games, re-defeating I should say. So yeah, so how do I like it compared to the other game? To be honest, the other game was better. I mean, the other game just had so much nostalgia and it was just so well done that I mean, it's kind of hard to beat. And I'd say that this game does not beat the first game, but it is still a good game. It uses a lot of the same stuff from the first game, like the wheel of spells. It's like all the spells that you have a little wheel and stuff. It added a dueling mode, which is very cool, which is where in a boss fight there's like a circle around a player, or not a player, a enemy. Mainly just like boss type enemies like Bellatrix Lestrange and I don't know who else, Voldemort, and yeah, you go around that, and then uh, it chooses what spell you're going to use. So then you have to select that spell quickly and attack them with that, and it's pretty cool. And yeah, very interesting game mechanic. I haven't really seen it used in anything else, so yeah, very cool. And yeah, there are still potions. They use the same recipes, so if you memorize the recipes from the old one, then you're good. If you didn't, then of course it shows it above the potion, so you're all good as well. Yeah. I'm sure I'm not the only one that's memorized all the recipes. Anyways, yeah, there's of course Diagon Alley, which you can go to. Very cool. It's not as good as the other one, to be honest, the one from the first one, but it's pretty cool. It adds Fred and George's joke shop. And that is also another thing that this game adds. There is a box that only Weasleys can open, such as Ron, Molly, Arthur, all the Weasley characters can open it. And there are special items such as sticky boots, basically like the magnet boots from Lego Batman, if you remember those. That allows you to climb up stuff. There is a rocket launcher. Well, not a rocket launcher. It's like a little rocket thing that you put on a little pad and it shoots off. And I think there's some other stuff that I can't remember, but yeah, it's really cool mechanic. And yeah, so what is my favorite level set? I'd have to say probably the fifth one because it has like the most nostalgia for me because it's most like the original game, the first game, and the other two or the other three, my bad, are pretty good. I mean, Half Blood Prince is pretty darn fun. Definitely Hollis Part 1 and Part 2 they're fairly fun. I mean, you don't play in Hogwarts, so that kind of takes some of the nostalgia away, but it's still fun. And the second part, I'd say, is probably better than the first part. It's just so much fun. It takes some of the sadness out of the second part, which is kind of interesting, but it still has some of the sadness in it. So yeah, very cool. And yeah. Overall, a very fun game. I recommend it for you guys if you like Harry Potter. Even if you don't like Harry Potter, if you not if like you hate it, but you haven't really watched or anything, I'm sure you'll enjoy the game. It's rather fun. And yeah, very fun. And there is a multitude of characters. There are so many characters. I don't know how many characters there are, and it uses the same thing where you have to find the characters in the levels, which is very fun. And yeah, very fun. And what else? Let's see. Well, the graphics are pretty much like the first game, so they're still fairly decent. And yeah, very fun. And I'd say that that's about it. Oh, one thing I wanted to talk about. With Aguamente, it replaced Immobulus, which was the one where you can use it on the Cornish Pixies. It happens in the second movie with Lockhart, where he releases the Cornish Pixies, and Hermione does Immobulus, and they all freeze and stuff, and Neville's hanging from like the chandelier. That scene always fun. And yeah, they removed that though, unfortunately, but they added it so you can buy it, and of course I bought it for nostalgia. And to be honest, I kind of wish it was still in the game, but Aguamente kind of makes up for it because you can put out fires and stuff, which is cool. But I kind of miss it at the same time because there's a certain level of nostalgia using that spell. So there are no Cornish Pixies in the game really. I think there might be some somewhere, but there really aren't that many. So yeah. So if you like that spell, you're probably gonna miss it. But I mean, Aguamente is good too. So yeah. And you can also travel in dreams and stuff. You know how in the was it the sixth book or the sixth movie that he has the or is it the fifth book? I don't remember. Anyways, has that little spell that Snape uses to like do stuff. Like view memories and stuff. I forgot what it was called, but yeah. And then of course you can do that in the game as well. Harry is the only one with that ability, and probably Snape as well, I'd say. but you get to like travel to the first level, which I thought was rather interesting, and you get to see you get to play one of Snape's memories, which is pretty cool. So yeah. All right. So yeah. Overall, like I said before, a very fun game. Is it the best Lego game? No, but it isn't the worst Lego game. I'd say it's fairly up there. I mean, it would fall a little further behind than Harry Potter, and Harry Potter is like pretty high on my list, the first one. And yeah. So like I said before, if you like the first one, you'll probably like this one, but not as much. If you uh really, I don't know, if you like Harry Potter, then this is a pretty good game for you. If you haven't really heard of Harry Potter or really read or seen the movies, what are you doing with your life? But anyways, it's still a pretty fun game for those of you that haven't read or seen the movies. Anyways, so yeah, what is my overall rating of it? Well, first of all, let's talk about other people's ratings. So let's see, hold on. IGM and GameSpot both gave it an 8 out of 10, which is fairly good. Personally, I don't remember what my rating on Lego Harry Potter Years 1 through 4 was, but if it was anything lower than a 9.5 or a 10, then I'm changing it to a 9.5 or a 10. This is a freaking amazing game, and I recommend you playing this, or playing it before you play this for some nostalgia, and going back to this and feeling that nostalgia. And anyways, overall, I'd give this game an 8.5 out of 10, because it's good, but it's not as good as the first one. So yeah. Alright guys, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this review. And yeah, a very fun game. And yeah. Alrighty. And I'll be doing more reviews in the future. Like I've got Battlefront, all three of the Battlefronts. Battlefront 1, the first one. Obviously. Battlefront 2 and the new Battlefront coming out. I might talk about some other games such as Assassin's Creed Syndicate when I defeat that. And maybe Arkham Knight, I don't know. But yeah, alright, I'll see you guys next video. Bye-bye.